he has water in there. So this is my dysfunctional CIA family, part 12. Up the chimneys of Los Alamos. So I was in Santa Fe twice. I visited there. When I was in the 8th grade in Minneapolis, when I was done with that year, maybe in June, yes, it was June, my dad and everyone, his girlfriend and everything, we went down to Los Alamos, went to Santa Fe. Santa Fe, and Santa Fe, and that's the thing, that's in my 6, Los Alamos. Yeah, that's what it was. He didn't stay in Minneapolis because I wasn't gonna be there. There's some kind of weird thing. What that they're doing is his girlfriend. She was cool. She's like 30. I got to see her. You know, the thing probably would have been better. That was kind of weird though. Kind of weird. She's doing her thing, even though she's like Catholic or something. But I think she was Polish. Her parents. I mean, from there before. But yeah, she came in once, which is kind of cool. That's in my 6. See, all my shit, all my stuff, all my weird little this or that. Every little thing in my bed head is like in my 6. Swear to fucking God, man. Everything awkward. Even the shit. Oh, there he is. He's the boss. A painting, or maybe a painting print of a girl, like my age. So she had, and that was down in the basement. I'd look at that. Probably even that. It's just like a profile, and they work on a little thing. She was so fucking nice. She's on perfect behavior, always. And she's not that good. She'd be like, because she got a splinter in her foot once. We were in Santa Fe, actually. We were like canoeing in some river, and she was howling, man. It was a bad one. It was like, it's a piece of flint or something that went in there. Maybe flint. Well, you guys don't know what flint is native out there. It is in southern Illinois. But, and just some of this stuff. She's really nice. Okay, so the whole fucking crew went out to Santa Fe after that. So it's like fucking my 6 shit. Damn, man. So later I went out. I'm not just gonna get into everything, but I went out way later to Santa Fe. And, God, I got a convertible. I was gonna get I think I was gonna get some kind of junkie car, like and they said they didn't have it, so I got upgraded to a Mustang. Are you there? Yeah, I'm trying to do a video. What is it? Yeah, like that. Oh, great! So that'll be like on YouTube, like forever. No, we don't need it. I can ask, man, because I tried to do a video before. And I had to stop. Damn, here he is. Look at him. Oh man, you know what happened? Oh, it's like earlier. I tanned. I haven't tanned for a while. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, and it'd be so depressive. And like those are pineapples. It just grows. You know, it's in these little pots, but it'll just sit there. I can just throw it in the home compost weeds and pineapple plants. They get really big too, huge. Okay, that is cool. Like there, right? So yeah, today I was with the buzzards. They were circling around me like it was like like a Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote cartoon, where the buzzards are circling. They really did that with me, like fucking. It was like 10 of them or something. They're gonna come down and check me out, see if I had died or something. God. Okay. So, and it'll get what's relevant to the thumbnail. So, yeah, I got upgraded to a Mustang. Really nice, and that was on purpose, I bet. I think it was. And now I think with hindsight. The airport was weird. It's all weird. Everything's weird. So I had a good time, but I got to see Los Alamos from the suburbs. And you look up and you see all of Los Alamos is on this big hillside. And it's viewable from all houses in all the suburbs and the valleys stretch on for miles. So they all have line of sight, and they do communications. It's all MI6. Because MI6 was behind the Luxemburgs. They were running the Russians and got all that set up and got them executed, murdered. And it reminds me of my mom. It does. And when I grew up, like I saw, and I could see that's part of the thing, the terrorism shit. And but it's weird though, because I kind of like Roy Cohn. He was the prosecutor. He was like 25 or 24, some ridiculous thing when he did it. And years later, even I heard he lived with his mom. So he lived with his mom. He's like the only Jew in the room back then too. When he was Senator McCarthy. And they asked him once, what does he regret? And he said, like the conspiracy theory thing, like he regrets executing Ethel Rosenberg. And he lived with his mom like years later. So he was like a kid then. He was like 25. Shit, man. So strange bedfellows. Well, he goes back with a governor. His thing connects to that governor of Maine that was like with the Know Nothings, really the Klan, the 1920s Klan. So that faction. And so my dad's family goes with the other side. The good side, I guess. That's not like anti-Irish or whatever. Anti-immigrant, anti-Irish. When they had the Klan was a big thing. The new Klan, the second wave of the Klan in the 1920s. Okay, so Los Alamos has all that line of sight. They do all communication. Probably do now. It's probably like a big hub of stuff, and they can just run your stuff like your computer, like low bandwidth modem, or whatever, like with line of sight telescopes, to communicate and then know for sure that no one else can see it and get it so you really comprehend the physics and stuff. And that's what I think. So that's where my mom, that's what I'm saying, up the chimneys of Los Alamos, because that's where my mom ended up. Like, they talk about Stalin, when he folded up the stuff, what they say about him, kind of what they did with her, I guess, because I'm never going to find out. Like, there's some fake motherfuckers over there, too. Like, how he recalled everyone. Maybe it was like, there's this one article I read once, like, early World War One, because the U.S. was like, pro-Stalin under Roosevelt. 36 to 38. Something like that. And then the war starts, and they get rid of the Trotskyists, go into prison. And then later they're all in the CIA. It's the opposite. But Stalin folded everything up. Like, I was reading this one article. So he recalls everyone in 1940 or something. And he had everyone, like at least the article says it blindsides them, because everything disappears. Any lead they know in America of any spy is just gone. So they think like they're even more infiltrated. Really, he just folded everything up and pulled it up, and he did go blind. So, or at least this article says it. So he brings everyone back to Russia and interrogates them, just gets it all, puts it in a filing cabinet, and then executes them down in the basement in Lubyanka prison. I guess it's in Moscow, right? It's not St. Petersburg. So, at least they say that. you know. Now, so it's kind of like all my mom's papers ended up in Los Alamos, pretty much. They're in Santa Fe. They went to Los Alamos. I'm sure all this shit, all her, like, whatever she hung on to, she'd cling and, like, I don't know if people might never have gone through her shit, because she's, like, sneaky. So I used to be a kid and look around. There's nothing. Oh, I said, like, no tampon. I never found a tampon when I was a kid. It'd be like a state secret. Wherever that you know, you're supposed to have a big box of tampons or something, and it would be like, you know, fucking state secret, like criminal shit. Oh, this poor babysitter came once. And she says, I'm looking for something. She's in the bathroom cabinet. It'll be here, something, you know, like something. She's looking, realized years later she's looking for the tampons, but no, you ain't gonna find that. You could go through the whole house, you could turn the thing, you could have the FBI raid the place, and you ain't gonna find that shit. That's how it was. And now you know, it's not like my mom's crazy. You know, or like not the underlying thing. Now, fuck. But yeah, all the papers. I'm not gonna get all into the thing, but that's what it ends up being. And goes up there and whatever, anything, maybe it's because the interest is high and everything. And it goes up there and it's in Santa Fe. It's in fucking, it is Los Alamos. You just fucking, right, look at it, look up the hill, man. So that's the shit, and that's in my 6. And so that's where it ends up. So, like, I have nothing from my parents or anything. Any papers, any doodads, or whatever the hell. I could probably get some of that. That's what that is, because that's all they always running people. And I'm not saying everyone's business. You know, that's what it was, man. It's not like even everyone knows. Probably not, actually. And so, okay, so here's how it works. Because my mom was, that's not even just, oh, that's some other thing. Like, that's my mom's, the original thing. Like, in my 6. Got her put up in Massachusetts in 1933. You know, her adoptive mom patted her belly. And so my mom comes out with her black hair. Kids call her Blackie, and she's a self-evident Jew. Like, everywhere. And then starts acting like it, too. So like, the whole fucking thing, it really stands out. Now, that would all be pro-British, and, you know, and that would be 33. And there's not really any problem. There's not even a split that, like I just talk about it. You'd have to be in Boston to really think of a split. And like listen to some people, I guess, with the Irish and something maybe. The other would be some deep thing. Even that is like valuable information. It's all about them and their, you know, their stock market. They're just playing all this money shit back and forth. It really is. So it's always that. So it's just down the memory hole. Or it goes like that. And guys getting their house, their boat. Another rapist for the boat. So, so all that when I say in my 6, that's not, like, that's that old, Protestant CIA or proto-CIA. Like, that ended up being the OSS. And then whatever, the stuff before that up in New England. And it goes, and go right into MI6, and they don't even know their shit. Necessarily, and the thing is just what you gotta do. The thing is, all these motherfucking feds that run around here, and all this shit, factions, this whole CIA. I think they wised up. I think people wised up. So that's what it was, and that's why they're getting the thing. They're running some stuff on her up in Lowell, too. But I don't think that they got to dig through the house. Her house caught on fire once. Now I'm wondering, but that's something she would do on her own. I used to go up there and do what I could. And she wasn't wanting me to do anything. She wouldn't let me clean her house. She's like, fucking, I have to fucking force it. Really, because, like, you know, because she's like, she doesn't allow that. But that's what it is. Yeah, that's where I went to those fuckers in Santa Fe. And that is that CIA MI6, that MI6 faction. And that thing, they think they're all great, and, you know, going to Connecticut, people with their money. And you're all thinking they wouldn't know, and they got Los Alamos is like the fucking citadel up there, and everyone has line of sight to it, and it's like God knows why. You can just go sit in your car, you know, with your lighter and like flash it, and whatever the hell else you do, or telescopes. You can comprehend and flash, and then the air gets really clear, and that's probably even why they picked it there. Maybe they're gonna do that. And you can probably have your documents, maybe with a telescope, hold up a document, right? Get the car really still, put it on the windshield, and have it so others can't see it. It's like direct line of sight. Like you can't see it from a distance, and vice versa. And maybe they do that back and forth. Because it's weird, because they had tells. They had tells like, what's that up there? What's that? No, they don't. That's up there on the hill. You know, because I know my shit. And some other shit. And it's not. Like, I know my fucking, what do you call? Intelligence agency, intelligence, like, is around. I know that shit. So that's it, those motherfuckers. It's down the memory hole. I don't know what they get or whatever. You'd find out. Whatever, is there something missing? Because it's like all that. I don't get to hear much about it. Like I get to hear one thing. Like, my mother had another set of IDs. So that's one thing. All the shit. I think my mom had this stuff and it drops. You know, and then these other guys are fucking with her and always want it. I think that's what it was. She has some old stuff from the 50s and 60s. And then maybe the shit even in the 70s when she's running the abortion stuff. It probably is. It's probably not just she's like the front person in Fall Guys. She's the hardcore, like, we can do it. You know. See, the thing is, in my 6, it's kind of like a diss. They're murdering. No, fucking. No, they ain't. They have to have a license for that. They're like, James Bond, you gotta apply for a fucking license for the real shit. They'll do the car stuff. They probably get a little kind of okay, or they whatever. Because they're always ripping off the court shit. But they're like rape and dope, drugs incorporated. That's what I think. Other shit. Fuck, man. So I guess that, right? Up there in the thing. Yeah, in my six, that's the Rosenbergs. They ran all that Russian stuff. And they're getting their stuff, and it's on purpose. They probably like get the health. War is the health of the state. They probably like tell them, hey, British, you know, how about you just run everything, spy, instead of us giving it to you, just like get it. And work that, and we'll run counter, and you can run Russians, and we'll just run it. Like that Eisenhower shit, and work it way up to the Kennedy assassination, right? So you have Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, are just the patsies. Because they're all fucking lying. Yeah, they picked that place way up on the hill. Yeah, like, that's not secure. Los Alamos, that's not secure. That's not secure, man. Like, you'll be back, like, whatever technology, in the 40s, you'll have, like, telescopes. And you can do just Morse code and, like, not have anyone else see it. Or no, there's something flashing. You got other lights. Car headlights and sparkly things and doodads, or like it's a certain time of day and the sun reflects off of things. You know, or there's... And maybe you could see a document I'm not sure how good the telescopes work. And going up that hill, I won't, I guess at night really. And during the day, I think it really gets difficult because the sun beats down, so it does make it, the ground's hotter, so that air does that stuff. But when it's nighttime, it settles out. Maybe cold air falls down, and it gets really still, the air. Because I was in, when my dad had taken me there to Santa Fe, we went out camping one night, and you could see the satellites go overhead. Like the sun goes down and it gets black, and there's a little time when the satellites come over and they just go flying across the sky. You can see they're shiny metal or whatever. You see everything. It's cool here. It's like November 25. I'm sitting here in short pants and stuff. Damn. Says up ahead. That's it, yeah. Down the memory hole, up the chimney. Right? And they slide, they fucking, they were doing shit, man. So, I know, it's always worked, emotionally worked. And people, they kind of left me. What'd they do? They thought, well, the motherfuckers, yeah, they probably thought they got it good. They thought I wasn't gonna wise up. It's not gonna really attach one thing to the other. Like when I was up in Boston, you guys see that video. How I was, but in 2009, and then the stuff really kicks in. It's all this local stuff. But, there's some big stuff in play there. So that's because 2009, 2 years later, it's like Occupy, the Occupy movement, the Occupy Boston, and that's all in with the police. And what was it, 2014 or something, a little bit. And that's gearing it up to the marathon thing. And then that's like, that was rigged. Now 9/11, like I was right in the middle of that in the Fenway. The FBI, of course, raided the place. The taxi place. It's all that shit, and then it's weird that it's all there, because you got all the authentic Southeast stuff there. The Fenway baseball games is like a few blocks away. Not Yawkey. Oh God, man, seems so out of it, man. Is that it? Yawkey Way or something? Man, I have an issue with sports. In the Fenway. But yeah, T.S. Eliot used to walk around the Fenway in the gardens before. And that stuff's not just cruising. That's the other stuff. There's stuff. Damn, man. There's some weird shit, man. Where I live, we lived in the Fenway for a long time. Like, God, was it 20 years? No. It's at least 10 years. Wait. Oh, yeah, maybe 10 years. But like all through the stuff, or more than that. Yeah, more than that. Because we lived through the 911 and all the stuff. So I was at the airport the afternoon before, I'm pretty sure it's correct. So I'm the guy with the beard. And I have my son. Like I'm up in the departing flights, the ones that go to Los Angeles. That place where the guys boarded. Maybe 2 sets of guys, 2 airplanes worth. Like the main ones. I think all the ones that hit the World Trade Center, both of those, like they went right through there. So I'm there the day before. So I'm the guy with a big beard. And then it was a little weird. They welcomed me. They let me all the way in. Okay, check this out. But out front they had a state police with a AR-15, like machine gun looking thing. So they have to do that, but they had slacked off and let people just in. But it was weird, and they were nice. So like they totally know everything, and there's some special thing with me. or the special okay. It's not just because I look a certain way. They know what I am, know who I am, and I'm let in. And it was weird. It was like always, it's very strange. It's very strange. The mood was strange and very welcoming and strange. But there's, that was the day before. God, man. But all that stuff in the Fenway. Shit. That's the beginning of it. Damn. So it's all there. It's like they know me too. There's some kind of thing. I don't really how. God, man. It's all cooked up now with the Israel thing. Because that's not grassroots. Like that whole thing. Everyone's like grumpy Archie Bunker, and that's not grassroots. The way it is, they got the tunnel. They're the tunnel master. It's not Hamas and Hezbollah. It's fucking what do you think? They go to these tunnels. They go and take northern Gaza. They go. God, they put their drones on it and stuff, or they can collapse stuff. They'll lay down wires. They'll have counter tunnels. They'll drill, and they'll map stuff, and they can put out stuff. They'll just be dominating it, man. And they'll just get better at the drones. They don't need to put people in it. It's all a fake out. You know, they go right on top of someone's tunnel network, and that's what they did, man. I bet you anything, and even the Hezbollah stuff. It's all fake out. Those guys are probably wising up, and they got, you know, the Iran is like, you get all the traders, you know, the sellouts, whatever the fuck, you know. And enough to wise up, and it'll hit them. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Our shit's just falling apart. Our intelligence stuff is just fucking falling apart, which is what they're fucking finding, probably. I bet it is, because these guys here, shit, man. Now they're not here, but they got them in and around, but these feds wouldn't know, these new feds. But it's like the encryption is broken, man. They've got the quantum computer. Maybe it is in Los Alamos, right? That's a good place for it. Oh, hell. Oh, fuck, yeah. Okay, motherfucker. Up against the wall, motherfucker. Encryption, yeah, and then they got all the line of sight. And what do you need, man? Ooh, you don't, that's not high bandwidth either, and then you can fuck around and not even be like, oh shit. Like little like things, right? You just have your little telescope thing, your little flashing light with all these other lights around it that just do stuff in the room and wherever, and you wouldn't know there's something beaming out. I guess it could be a certain brightness and you have dust in the air. Well, you just have other lights that do stuff and they crisscross, and you know, when you have a light turned down, and they have a science to that, it's like turned down enough for the other thing to see it, like this, like bright as a star or something, and pinpoint. And it's just, there's no way you can, anyone can see it. You get like a fucking house width or something, and nothing's up in the air, or at least they don't say. I guess what you do is, oh yeah, you have little floating, little drones that are like little dragonflies or something, or just other drones. They're up in the air and they got a mirror where they're even looking. They could be up there. But that's getting a little touchy. And maybe like now that could be that. So super technology guys could just kind of find out. But they can have a lot of cover. They can put a lot of stuff. Have lots of lights and do that. It's everywhere. And you can't really tell when it's a signal. It doesn't look different than the other shit. And so you'd have to have like swarms of weird shit in here and it would show. Yeah, probably so you can still do it no matter what. I mean, they got the quantum computer and they broke encryption. That's what it is. That's what I think. Cause these guys are weird down here. I don't even want to say. I don't say that shit. I don't say that stuff. Because there's a certain thing. And if you don't, I don't know. Like the street, they know. There's not. It's not like they just run compartmentalized all the way. Like they have a situational awareness and stuff, which I don't know what it is and whatever. And so, and there's like a certain esprit de corps, morality and stuff, and it appears good. And you can read that, and I don't want to like fuck that up or something like that. The guys from different. I only know a few different doodads and tricks and stuff. I know some of the details, but like as far as things, maybe I know 5 things or something. Or like you wouldn't know if it's being done, really. I guess, right? Like things that they could do, and then as far as signals or doodads, I guess it gets into it. Goes everywhere. It goes everywhere. Everyone's shirt they wear, or the way they look, or their eyebrow, or anything. Man, I was looking at that Linsky video, and those guys remind me of some of the stuff around here. That's funny. I think it is what I said. I think it is like Putin is on that MI6. That goes way back. Of course, like why would it have changed? It's just that they allow them to, work the country, run it. And look what they did. Like, I think it is. It's funny because Putin says denazification, and I think they're running. Like this is like it's also a hopeful thing. Like they're running denazification on Germany and Europe, and that's why like Germany's going down. They cut off their gas, and it sounds really cruel and shit too. And they're doing, Germany's doing the right thing when they're, fucking doing industry and wanting the oil pipeline, but that's just the way it is. They have all the Nazis and all this shit. I mean, it's really bad. But you can get mistaken. You wouldn't know that they're gonna like hit back at it because they're always justifying it. And I think they're also holding a grudge. Israel holds a grudge. The whole fucking thing. It's just correct because it's fucked up. And then they're like doing it, they're hitting back. And then Russia too, right? Hold a grudge. And I think they got that. It's like keep, Germany down, Russia out, America in, that kind of thing. And Russia's good with it. So they're having that war, the fake, it's like kind of, I don't think it's just casualties like they say. And I think they share technology. I don't think Russia had to develop all that stuff on their own. Or they share. It'll even be the Germans themselves. And that's why I think Elon Musk, maybe that stuff is like a lot of the Germans, and that's where that stuff went. That's why you can do that stuff. It's kind of obvious when you think of it, like the Germans for rockets, right? And all their technology. And so you get the, God, they're like just whipped down. And then when that Timothy Snyder video, I got one, I think he's in there, he's just there. I got like the meat hook nurse. She has a tattoo, and that on her hand from one of my videos on the thumbnail too. I think that's a butcher hook, right? That's a Hungarian. They're supposed to seem like the Hungarians in World War II, because they're supposed to be the worst. And they had a butcher hook. Like they actually had some little wristbands, and they would make a butcher hook that strap it on, so they didn't even have to grip it. Like some of them you heard. And they would just use that to manipulate people. So that's obviously a fucking butcher hook. And I think it's like this over the top thing, and they're discrediting like their own side or their so-called side. So I think it's this whole fucking mixed thing. Because I think they're redoing Europe. And it's not just like about fighting Russia. And then that would answer a lot of stuff, because you have Odessa, right? Like that's a Russian place, but actually I'm not really sure. I used to listen to these guys about the war. If the Russia actually occupies that, it's like they're stretched out in a certain way. You know, they can do all those other countries, but there's so much provocation and different stuff. What if they stop way short of that? They got Crimea and this line goes up. That's a natural demarcation. That's better. And then Russia, Odessa is like going a little far. And they're more vulnerable. And so it makes sense that, they wouldn't go that far. They'd have their really solid area back. And maybe it's like, and if it's kind of like theatrical, some of the really cruel part of the fighting, then this stuff, maybe that would be reasonable. And that's kind of what's going to go on. And plus, they probably do want it always just one side against another, good cop, bad cop thing. So they don't want to like stop the hostility. Yeah. Well, HAB, they've got gold too, like the West. They've got they could either have the gold, like they got like some mining technology, so it's really cheap, and they're not telling truth about it, right? So they could pop that later, or they know what they're going to do with the asteroid. They're going to go get an asteroid and get gold from that, or whatever the fuck they do. There's some blue jays over there. Maybe they want to go get some water. I think they're upset. They're in the way of their water. Alright. That's what that is. So yeah, Los Alamos. Up the chimneys of Los Alamos. That is a good title of that thumbnail. That's basically the shit. It is Santa Fe. Yeah, it is. It is. Like in the shit, man. Yeah.